Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. Today we've got more Rise of Skywalker news, and this is hilarious. Rumor, Disney remaking almost whole movie of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And you gotta love that look on Rey's face. Yes, your movie is going to bomb, and there's nothing any of you can do to stop it. A new rumor indicates Disney and Lucasfilm are remaking almost all of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. The rumor comes from YouTuber Doomcock. Yes, Doomcock, that mad genius, and with the contacts in the film industry, is making himself known wide and far. Doomcock details the rumor he received from his source. I have Star Wars info. They are still shooting. They were having to remake almost the whole movie as what they tested as the movie was a complete pile of flopping S. I can't really say that because I would like this video to be monetized someday. Doomcock adds, this is not some kind of casual 2-week reshoot. This is almost 75% remake. They shot the thing so there were 6 possible main edits, and even then there was no way to put together that would not have flopped. He continues, Jar Jar Abrams said, this film will not please anyone. Disney flipped out and said this film has to please everyone and redo it until it does. If they cannot get it to perform in tests, this is the end of this particular reboot. Doomcock adds that his source tells him that they have soloed the film in reference to the massive reshoots that Solo, a Star Wars story, had. As to what the problem with the film might be, Doomcock's source speculates, I suspect this movie is having problems with trying to force too much plot into the film, and now they may have the problem that they are having to consider splitting this thing into 2 movies. Oh, come on, just release it, Disney. Let it flop and let your company die because you can't save it. As to what some of these plot details could be, Doomcock explains what his source told him. Apparently, Rey could raise both a Death Star and the dead by the end of the film. Doomcock does not discount the idea of Rey raising the dead because he believes Star Wars and Lucasfilm will attempt to put Luke, Leia, and Han Solo on screen together. While Doomcock believes the idea of reshooting 75% of the movie a little over 2 months from the release date seems impossible, he does recount the story of Star Trek the Motion Picture. Star Trek the Motion Picture was rushed to its premiere with wet prints that had just been struck. It came down to the wire. One of the reasons they rushed Star Wars the Motion Picture out was they turned a TV show into a movie. They were going to originally have it as a TV show 10 years before The Next Generation came out. That and other changes, as well as trying to rush it to theaters, probably caused the movie to bomb, in people's opinions. Now, trailer was going to break it and then it didn't. Wouldn't the reason for a Star Wars trailer being held up and not breaking be that they don't know still what the F movie will be? Doomcock then details that another source tells him Disney realizes, or fears at least, that they have devalued the Star Wars brand. They have also, according to this other, changed the direction of the film substantially. He adds this source also claims they are trying to make a movie in the editing bay at this juncture. Previous rumors have indicated that Rey would obtain healing powers, making Star Wars noted that Rey would gain a new ability that would allow her to heal or even rejuvenate life. They explained Rey and crew get attacked by a sandworm alien, which reveals an inexplicable new powers Rey possesses. The power to heal or even rejuvenate life. The heroes battle the creature and almost kill the worm, and then she uses her powers to repair or heal or even bring it back to life. This rumor was backed by Red leaker Jedi Praxis. The only other part where my info differs is that I was told that instead of our heroes almost killing the worm basically has our heroes backed into a metaphorical corner, and the healing is what allows them to survive and escape. The main story beat is the same, but some of the details panning out one way versus the other has slightly different implications on Rey's character. Yours makes it sound like it was an act done from a place of power and out of pity, while mine implies compassion in the face of danger. As for the idea of Rey raising the Death Star, that was a theory that circulated back in August from Disney Star Wars is Dumb, that was inspired by a concept art from The Force Awakens that shows a Death Star raising up out of the desert of Jakku. And from the article I'm reading, it sounds like this could actually happen. And if Rey does raise the Death Star as well as bringing people back to life, I will say this is the biggest load of bull I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I hate that picture. At least it's just concept art, but then again, they're making it real, or at least there's a very good chance they're going to make it real. And I really don't want to see that. Now, Force users in Star Wars are powerful, but they shouldn't be this powerful. This would basically make Rey a god, and I really hate that idea. Now, it is possible that someone with Jedi Force powers can destroy an entire planet. It's called a warp storm. This is from the actual lore. It's where they use their powers and basically they cause a gigantic sort of storm that engulfs a planet and it destroys it. It's basically a natural disaster. And it only basically comes from stress or overusing their powers or trying to destroy everything around them. They can't do something substantial like that unless it's basically a destructive force. They can't just make something the size of a Death Star raise out of the freaking desert of Jakku or basically return people to life. Yes, that sounds overpowered. Yes, that sounds awesome, but it's also very limited. It's either destroy everything around you, but it's still limited. They can only destroy everything. They can't do everything. They can't be gods. They're only basically space wizards. And that means they're still human. They have limits. But Disney doesn't care. Neither does J.J. Abrams or Kathleen Kennedy. They see it as basically a way to make money. And they don't care about anything for story continuity or even lore of the series that was set up in previous movies as well as other media. They just see it as a way to just screw with it to get their agendas out there. And this is why it will fail, because it doesn't respect anything that was established before. But this is depressing me, so let's finish this off. Death Star Ascending. In the early days of Episode 7, we explored some wild concepts before we had a script. This was for a dream sequence of the Death Star 2 rising out of the desert of Jakku. That was on the tweet that we saw the picture for, with the Death Star raising out of Jakku. Rumors have also been swirling regarding multiple endings from people other than Doomcock. Most recently, former StarWars.com contributor Jordan Mason detailed that there were up to 8 different endings for the film, and I have to say, oh well, that just proves this movie is going to fail. If they can't find one decent ending for this film, then that means they are really, really scared. Because they went through the trouble of making these 8 different endings because they were going to try and appeal to as many fans as possible, both to the old ones and to the new ones. But they can't do that because there's too much mucking about that has gone on with this film, with them trying to appeal to everyone in hopes that someone will like this film, or at the very least not make it a failure. But that's not going to work. Disney has forgotten how to please its fans, and you don't go around destroying the lore as well as everything that made people want to go see the original Star Wars movies. But Disney has done that, and now they have to deal with the fact that they've devalued Star Wars, as they've said in their own words. Now they're trying to strive against having it be a total failure and making their position even rockier, or even maybe topple over completely and showing people what Disney has always been, a greedy company that doesn't care about its customers at all and only wants their money. How does this prove that? Because from the beginning, Disney didn't care for the very basics of what would make a good Star Wars movie, and because of that, they will fail. Now, if you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people. Now, if you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics, They're Bad For You. Then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. Also, could you please share this video, share it on Twitter, and share it on Facebook, share it anywhere where you think it would do the most good, because YouTube is not going around promoting their YouTube creators anymore, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. Now I'm going to plug for my independent comic book again, so listen closely. Keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.